Hi, today I'll be talking about hyperactive activity in dogs. Hyperactivity in dogs is the basic canine form of ADHD. We can also call this hyperkinesis. It's the simpler way than saying hyperactive activity in dogs. So, having a dog that is hyperactive can have two diagnostic traits. It can be problems with attention skills and unusual motor behavior, which is excessive pacing, chasing their tail, aggressiveness, all that sorts of stuff that we can see in dogs. Having this at times is normal. That's what a hyper dog can do at times. But if it's excessive and all the time, that is hyperactive activity. Your vet will diagnose them as clinically hyperactive. Like, this is set in stone. They have this disorder. They don't just exhibit it at times. But a dog that actually exhibits this behavior every so often, but not all the time, or has it this one time but doesn't have it later on, that's pseudo hyperactivity. Means they have these behaviors at times, but that's not how they are all the time. An example of that would be a puppy. A puppy has no knowledge of how to be a normal dog from the beginning. They don't know obedience. They don't know anything. So you teach them how to be a normal dog. And they may be crazy at times. And pacing, panting, chasing their tail, that's hyperactive traits, but they won't be like that all the time. They need to learn. They don't have a routine set, which causes them to be that way. And one of the things that your vet will say when having a clinically hyperactive dog is, do you have a routine for them? If not, you need to set one. Set times when they eat, set times when they play, when they go to bed, when they wake up in the morning. This will teach your dog how to live with a routine. This will give them an idea of what to expect, and it won't freak them out. It'll calm them down. And sadly, most of the time, owners aren't aware that they have a hyperactive dog. They think it's normal, and it's not. It's abnormal. For their dog to be hyperactive, ADHD-like all the time, it's not normal for dogs like that. It's not healthy either. Restlessness. We don't do well when we're restless and always going nonstop. It's not healthy. It's not healthy for us. It's not healthy for them. It's not very common for your dog to be clinically hyperactive. It's normally because they don't have enough exercise, they're isolated, they're restrained. It just doesn't teach them to be a normal dog. They don't get to run around and play and then rest or going nonstop. They're stressing themselves out. And we all just need to calm down. We need to calm down. The dog needs to calm down. Dogs sense when we don't feel comfortable, when we're stressed. So we all just need to calm down. When a dog is clinically hyperactive, your veterinarian will talk to you about the treatments. And there is treatments. I mean, setting a routine could be one to help with their treatment, but the number one that they're going to start with is the medication. They're going to get them on something that's going to help calm them down and help them just be a normal dog. It tones them down. Instead of them being up here all the time, it brings them down. When trying to diagnose a dog, they'll check on their heart rate, and if a dog is hyperactive, its resting heart rate will be lower than normal, unlike a dog that isn't hyperactive. They can do blood tests to see if your dog is hyperactive, and they usually just check the blood to see the thyroid, because if their thyroid levels are off, that's usually what's affecting their behavior, and they'll prescribe some medicine for their thyroid normally. That's usually for hypothyroidism, and the hypothyroidism can make a mess of their behavior. It can make them aggressive, it can make them all sorts of things. So it's always good to be aware of what it means to be hyperactive for a dog. It's not always a good thing if we don't know what's going on, because if we don't know what's going on, we can't help the dog. They'll be stressed all the time. It's just not good. So we should always be aware of what it means to be hyperactive for dogs. It's sad when an owner doesn't know why their dog is a certain way. We should always be aware. We should know what's normal for a dog and what isn't. And it's not normal for your dog to be clinically hyperactive. And if it is, you need to take some steps to help them. Thank you.